One of the main things that we do is we kind of try to find really unique spaces and hang out in them with dogs. That's one of the reasons that I think lots of people should have dogs, just to get out and do new things.
That's why you'd promote having a dog, right?
Right, except...
It kind of forces you to get out and...
Right.
You know,
and we do, I mean, what we need is really, well, all leash, voice-trained dogs. Every dog has to be voice-trained.
Oh, wow.
And then you don't need leashes, and it makes it so much easier. And then dogs are allowed everywhere.
Yeah.
But because that will make it easier for there to be a lot of newness in people's lives.
Right.
But it'll be more like a societal thing, right? Where it's like there's lots of spaces to do that, and there's not all this aggression towards your dog's not allowed here, or danger, or and boy, danger takes up a lot of the brain.
Absolutely.
And so I really think that that's one of the big reasons that I really want to integrate the brain work. I mean, besides it's just everything, right?
Yeah.
It's because I think that it will bring us towards peace on Earth way quicker if we really understand these pieces and we really start implementing them fast.
Yeah. Yeah, I think one of the things we talk a lot about, the brain is wired for survival. A lot of people, when they talk about the mind, you know, being this somewhat of an external thing, you know, physically, you could say the mind lives in the insular cortex area of the brain. So it's this area kind of near the brainstem, kind of in the middle part of the brain, that is really the area that represents what we think of ourselves, you know, how we view ourselves in relationship to the world and the environment we live in. Maybe our religious beliefs live in that area of the brain, our perception of our own confidence, and all those kinds of things we think about in terms of our mind, right? So I think that's kind of neat to realize that there's a space, there's a physical space inside our head that holds those memories, those thoughts, right? Those perceptions of us, ourselves. It's also so cool because that means we can change it and recreate, you know, whatever you perceive as your mind.
Right.
It's plastic. It's, you know, we can change it and influence it.
Right.
And then we can influence things around it too, like improve function of your cerebellum and improve function of your motor and sensory cortex. And that can influence the way that insular cortex operates. And then you can begin to have a better functioning all-around brain.
Yay!
Which may lead you to...
For everybody.
Every human.
To
lead you to finding the confidence that you need to go out and try new things and explore a new area of your life.
Yeah, newness is important to the brain.
Yeah.
It's so interesting, right? Because newness, change. So
Novelty.
What's going on there, that paradox, right? Where the brain resists change, but it really requires newness.
Right. It resists change, but it loves novelty. Because novelty is fun, right? The brain is built around probability, which is what Bayesian theory talks about. Essentially, it's all of our accumulated histories and experiences are grouped together, and the brain is always trying to predict the next outcome based on the probability of what could occur, what could happen. So right now we're walking out in this, what do we call this? A field? A meadow? So our brain is going through the probability right now. It's assessing visually this environment, what we see, what the temperature is, the moisture in the air, the people around. It's trying to make a prediction on safety. Are we safe in this environment? It's asking this question constantly. Let's take this spot for example. Let's say a lion peeked its head outside of the bushes here. If I had never seen a lion before, had no interaction with it, I might think I'm safe, but based on my knowledge of what a lion looks like and the damage they could possibly create to me, the risk that I may be in, I may see that lion and it may trigger my body to run. or scream. I was telling a story.
You know, Raina's like talking about picking up the poop.
I was talking about running from a lion.
We're burying ourselves from other humans that we need to be in contact with.
Yes.
Because we all need to talk about all these things.
Right.
So we can make a lot of change fast.
Right.
Right? Newness.
Newness. Training with the brain.
That's right, training the brain like in every moment of every day instead of like having to see Lucas once a week.
Right.
You know, we need Lucas
right, like
in
I only train my brain during this time period, but not the rest of the time period, right?
Right. And so
it's like your brain doesn't know when you put your gym shorts on. It's a great day for filming. Oh my gosh.
She just ran over
the
the puppy.